welcome to the SheerLuxe Podcast. Today's podcast is in partnership with British Airways American Express Premium Plus card. There's a little holiday in the things you buy. Representative 136.4% APR variable. Your rate may vary depending on your circumstances and your fee applies. Terms apply, 18 plus, subject to approval. I'm very excited that I'm joined by two of the most in the know travel people I know. The lovely Billie Bhatia and travel and points expert Nicky Kelvin. Hi both.
I'm excited to be here. To be put to the test by you. Is that what's happening?
We're grilling you. You're going to be put under the travel spotlight today. We're here to talk all things beer Amex, but let's kind of start from the beginning. Let's start from your travel roots, both of you. The first trip you can remember that really ignited your passion for travel. Nicky?
I did a huge trip to Africa just after having survived a whole Crohn's disaster. I was very, very sick. I decided to do this big trip, climb Kilimanjaro, and it gave me this realization that I can do anything, I can go anywhere. And I kind of used that as a springboard to then be doing more exciting travel. And I really grabbed the ball by the horns after that trip.
Because you work in the travel space now, but you were a corporate lawyer.
I was a corporate lawyer, then I was a music lawyer. Oh. I've done all sorts of jobs actually, but I was a lawyer for a bulk of my career. And so this was, the travel thing was always my passion, particularly aeroplanes. I'm like a proper little av geek, if you know what that, do you know what an av geek?
Yeah,
aviation geek.
Yeah,
not everyone knows that. I say av geek, people are like, eh?
I can work it out in the context.
So yeah, I really felt lucky that I managed to make that shift from corporate lawyer world into doing what I really love.
Billie, what about you?
Sorry, I'm still shook that Nicky was a lawyer before this.
People are like, you.
Brains and beauty.
Do you know what? It was always like people for me when I travelled. Like when I was younger, and we would always go to like Spain or something as a family holiday. I would always be so excited as to like the kids that I would meet and get to hang out with and play with. Mainly because my brother and sister were always so bored of me. But I did a road trip when I was 20 across America, like on an absolute shoestring budget. And it was just so exciting. Everything was just so big. And I was like, whoa, this is the world. Like there's huge mountains and there's huge lakes and huge everything. And I was just, I think I caught the bug then. And I was like, I just want to see as much as I could possibly see.
Where did you go?
We started in Texas and drove through Arizona and then across to California and then up the coast. We were very young and we couldn't legally hire a car, so we had to buy a car.
What?
But our budget was $250 each, so you can imagine
the whole trip?
For the whole trip. For the car.
For the car, right.
The car that we drove, it didn't really serve us in huge stead, but
so
it added to the adventure.
Buy a car. Did you sell it at the end?
No, we gave it to Goodwill.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I don't know if they could use it, but...
Complete write-off.
Yeah.
I've got a question here that says, do you travel to switch on or off? I suspect you're going to have quite different answers because you travel so much. I mean, can you just give us a rundown of, it's Wednesday today, what you've done in the last 2 days?
Last 2 days, my little routing from Monday morning was London to Gibraltar to Tarifa to Tangier to Casablanca to Paris to London. That was the last 48 hours. I do love it. Mm-hmm. I love that pace. But when people are saying to me, how do you do it? You even said that to me this morning. And I'm like, I don't. I'm dead.
Yeah, feel awful.
But it does energize me as well. And I think I do travel generally to turn on because it energizes me. Okay. I can sit by a pool. I can do that and enjoy that. But I like to experience, learn, be invigorated by seeing and doing new things.
So getting on a plane, I know you're getting on a plane for pleasure tomorrow. That doesn't feel like work.
No, not at all. Yeah. No,
you
tomorrow is like chill and I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay.
Nice flight. No filming anything.
Billie?
A bit of both. I do like a drop and flop type holiday, sometimes where you just do nothing. But now, like, we're so overstimulated by everything, I think you're just still on most of the time anyway. But I'm going on a big trip on Monday.
Yeah, you are. Tell us, because I suppose this doesn't really count as, like, travel holidays so much as, like, semi-moving somewhere.
I guess. So I'm going to Bali for 9 weeks. So that feels like a switch off.
Are you going to work while you're there?
I'm going to do a bit of work, but I mainly just want to play paddle every day. That's pretty much
the
yeah.
You've just come back from the most insane trip as well.
It was so spectacular. I have got the safari bug so hard.
Was that your first safari?
No, I went in January to South Africa and I completely fell in love. I feel like Africa literally imprinted on my heart and I was like, that's it, I'm done. This is all I want to do. And my mum was born in Kenya and she hadn't been back for like over 40 years. So we did a really special mother-daughter trip. Yeah, I just want to live with the animals all year round.
I mean, we're making it happen in Bali more than in London. How has travel influenced your career? I mean, Nicky, there's kind of an obvious question for you, but Billie, for you, like, how has, maybe take us back to kind of your early days as an editor, because obviously travel is such a big part of that career path too. How has travel kind of shaped your professional life?
I think travel's the biggest privilege. And when we were younger, like we went on one family holiday a year. Sometimes it was like a UK based thing, or Spain, it's like a family friend's place. It was never like a super extravagant trip. And then I kind of worked in the magazine industry, and I was like, oh right, so you just get flown business class to New York and we're going here, we're going there. And I was like, I never want this to end. But it is also, it's quite mad because these aren't things I would naturally be able to afford to do. So it's a weird, like, skews your perception of travel and traveling. But it is also, I just think travel's the greatest privilege to be able to experience somebody else's world. And I just want to do it all the time. Just like Nicky,
I agree. I'm just looking at you like, really enjoying that. I was like, I agree. I feel like that too.
Locked in. We've got some more like travel nitty-gritty questions to get into, but I want a bit more like flavour from you both about what travel has looked like over the past year. Nicky, you said you've done like an insane amount of flights this year.
Yes. It's been about 80 odd so far this year. Last year was 109. About half of those are long haul flights. So it's a lot. I get to see a lot of the world. Most of it's for work. I'm obsessed with the flying, so I love it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I want to know somewhere from both of you that you've been to this year that you're obsessed with. You actually took the most insane China trip this year as well.
I did a bit of China, and then I came back via Hong Kong, and I loved Hong Kong. It just felt like mini Manhattan to me. Like lots of high rise, so many good places to eat, great places to drink, really fun people. Like everyone's up for a good time. Like the shopping was amazing. I really had like no expectation of what Hong Kong would be like, and I didn't know if I'd hugely enjoy it, but I was like, right, sign me up. I want to come back.
Did you stay there?
Yeah, I stayed at the Rosewoods.
Nice.
Oh my God, unbelievable.
I feel like Asia does hotels like nowhere else.
It's huge. It's like it's the biggest hotel I think I've ever stayed in. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think the Atlantis on the Palm is maybe a bit bigger.
That's probably the biggest.
They had an unreal Indian restaurant in there, like so delicious. The views are amazing. You get this really cute little boat like over to the other side. And I went to visit some friends there, and it was her grandma's 90th birthday. So we had a very traditional Hong Kong style dinner. Cool. I got like a red packet with like $5 Hong Kong dollars in it. And yeah, it was amazing.
Nicky, what about you? Somewhere you've been this year?
So January, I went to Cape Town. And I think it's, everybody says they love Cape Town, but until you've been, I don't think you can really feel how amazing it is. And just the city is amazing. The food options, the vibes there, the beaches. The sea is cold, but if you're brave, you can get in the water. And you don't have to drive very far to be in these unbelievable wild spots. Actually went to like this incredible nude beach. Was not nude, did not get naked.
Noted.
But the beach itself is the most stunning place. Anyway, Cape Town as a package, same time zone. Like the time zone is so minimal that like you don't have any kind of issues with that.
Also really affordable.
Insanely affordable.
I feel like that's what everyone says. Like you get yourself there, and then when you're there, it's so affordable.
The food is world class, and you're having these incredible meals, and you're paying like nothing. You're having a whole meal with cocktails and wine and 3 courses, and it's like 18 quid each.
Ridiculous.
Like it's insane. And flew BA first class as well. Used my points. It was really nice.
I mean, no two better people to talk about collecting points. I mean, Nicky, I was going to start with you because like, let's kind of go back to the beginning about kind of what this even means, because I feel like I'm still so surprised at how many friends I have who are not sort of using their credit cards to amass points to enable travel. So kind of, can you give us just like a bit of context for like what it actually means and like what you could be doing?
Use it for your everyday spending and more, your non-everyday spending too, and rack up points. And those points can be used in various ways, but in my opinion, the best way to use your points is on flights. It's where you're going to get the best value. And there are other ways to earn points, but credit cards really are the backbone of that earning strategy because you are so often buying things and spending money. And it's so simple. It's just happening all the time in the background. If you're using anything but a rewards earning credit card, you're not getting anything back for it. You can use for something tangible, something fun. And if you're using them in the right way, if you learn how to then use your points well, you can get real outsized value, either to save money or to have experiences that you might not otherwise be able to afford.
There are different tiers of BA Amex cards available. We're talking specifically today about the Premium Plus card. I mean, you know off the top of your head, like an encyclopedia, what that card offers you. So what is it? What do you get if you have that card?
Okay, so you get a higher level of earning per pound. So you get 1.5 Avios per pound, but also 3 Avios per pound if you're spending with British Airways.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so that elevated earning is very helpful. If you spend £15,000 per card membership year, you earn a companion voucher, which is incredibly helpful. You just pay the taxes. You have to pay the taxes on both, but it reduces the Avios price. You can also now use that voucher to cut the price of Avios in half as an individual traveller, because it used to be very much for couples, and now it works really well for individual travellers as well.
Wait, that's cool. So you can, that's your companion voucher you can use to cut your price in half if you're doing it just for you.
Let's say your return business class flight is 100,000 Avios plus the taxes. You're going to just pay 50,000 plus the taxes.
That's so clever. I did not know that.
And the really good thing about that voucher, it has 24 months validity, and also you're able to use it in all cabins, premium cabins, including business and first.
Fine. So you could book one first class ticket and then you could use that with your companion voucher.
That's right. You just pay the taxes on both.
Billie, you're an avid Avios collector. What is the best trip that you've booked using your Avios?
So I used my Avios on my recent trip to Kenya with my mum. We flew from London to Nairobi. Yeah, our flights were super, super, super affordable using that. And we got an option to upgrade in the BA app for a very reasonable price to business class too. So it worked out an absolute treat.
Billie Bhatia.
Bhatia, morning, noon and
back
night.
On top. What's amazing is that you can either clock up those Avios by your everyday spending, or if you do need to buy one big thing, you can also get yourself pretty far into it, right?
I mean, my advice would be when you're buying anything.
I
So
agree.
you're gonna definitely make a big dent in it buying a sofa or paying for a holiday, but you're also gonna make a significant dent from your coffee every single day for the whole year. And for, add up all those things together, you're gonna really be earning, and then you can bolster it with other ways of earning Avios to end up with lots and lots and lots.
All the miles. What about somewhere short haul you've been this year that you loved? Anywhere in Europe?
Do you know what? I went yesterday on Monday to a place I've really had in my mind and wanted to go for ages, Tarifa.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that when you said
I flew down to Gibraltar.
Yeah.
And it's about an hour's drive from there. It's a wind surfing, kite surfing town on the beach. So, so cute. Little village, cobbly, windy streets.
In Spain?
In Spain, yeah. They have vintage shopping. They have amazing beach bars, little chiringuitos.
Oh, cool.
It's fabulous. And if you want an extra adventure, you can take the ferry just over to Morocco. It only takes an hour.
That's
to
so
hit
cool.
Morocco. Yeah.
This is a really dumb comment, but it does blow my mind how close
I know.
Africa and Spain are. It's
On
insane.
Monday, I sat on the beach and had lunch there, and you can just see Africa in front of you.
That's
it's,
nuts.
It's crazy, yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
Billie, anywhere in Europe?
My favourite flight to catch is London City BA to Ibiza.
Interesting, because I will give London City BA to Mallorca a run for its money. Tell me why you like the Ibiza one so much.
Oh, it's just, there's no middle seats. It's so quick, it's so easy, and then you just arrive in Ibiza, the most fun place in the whole world.
What about rituals? We're talking a lot about flight. I mean, Nicky, this has got to be a question for you. Like, can you have rituals if you fly to the extent you do? Do you have like the things that you have to have in your carry-on? Like, what's your flying vibe?
A few items that always come with me, and one, it's very practical and boring, but it is an absolute essential, and that is a multi-adapter power port that can make any plug, takes any plug, has USB-Cs, USB-As, all in one little box. That is used constantly all the time. My kind of more, I don't know if this is disgusting to talk about, I don't know. My like lifesaver is the saline sinus rinse bottles. You shoot it up your nose.
Oh, yeah.
The salt water comes out the other side, clears out anything, keeps you moisturized. I do it morning and night every day. If I'm on a plane, I do it on the plane as well.
It kind of makes my eyes water thinking about it, but I really want to try it.
Oh, it's like, it's so satisfying, especially when you blow your nose and nothing comes out, and then you do this and you're like, where did that come from?
Fun.
And it's really,
play.
it's like quite exciting. I'm very strict with timing sleeping. I always try and get on the time zone to the place that I'm going as soon as I possibly can. I think those are like some of my always rituals.
We've actually had a disagreement before on what is the best BA flight home from New York. Is that it?
Because to and from, maybe we were
to and from, because it's the to New York, I think, because I feel like we really differ. What is your preferred time to get to New York?
So I prefer an early afternoon flight that gets you into New York late afternoon, because then you can get to your hotel. It's enough time to like have an early dinner, go to bed. It's too late and you're falling asleep on the plane. Too early in the day in New York is too long to stay awake.
Yeah, because I don't agree. I prefer taking a late night flight. You can nap for a couple of hours on the plane, and then you land and it's like midnight. So you get there and you go straight to bed, and then there's literally no jet lag. Billie, flying rituals.
In-flight skincare, done and dusted, don't touch that. It's not like we don't cross-pollinate regular day skincare with the in-flight skincare.
Oh, why? So what goes in the in-flight one?
Well, it's just like hydration spray, serum, but I'm saying I don't use any of my regular skincare routine in that. That's already locked, loaded, done. What other rituals? I'm so chaotic before a trip. Like, sorry, it's embarrassing, but I just I get too excited wherever I'm going that I don't really sleep that much the night before. So I pack so last minute. And I normally give myself maybe like 3 to 4 hours sleep before the flight. And then I know that I'm going to be out for pretty much all the flight, and then I wake up fine.
Yeah.
Sheer panic listening to this.
So yeah.
My entire life would be complete chaos.
Type A and type B. Love
Very much type B, yeah.
What about, I think I know the answer based on that for both of you, but what about packing? Are we hand luggage people? Are we taking the kitchen sink? I suspect we are.
Well, this is why I'm a chronic overpacker, because when you have a silver status on BA, you are allowed 2 32 kg suitcases, which means I just forfeit doing an edit and take 20 pairs of shoes on a 4-day trip.
I've never in my life got on a plane with 2 suitcases for myself.
Regularly?
You've checked in 2 suitcases?
Yeah, for like a 5-day trip.
I have BA Gold, and if I'm flying, I think I can sometimes end up with 3 32 kilo bags. Or if I'm in first, I think when I flew first to Cape Town, I had 4 32 kilo bags.
Why? But is that like gear to film stuff?
Oh no, I didn't. As in, I had the option.
Oh, sorry, you don't use it.
I never do. I used to really like checking in bags. Actually, I thought that being a bit free-handed. But now, if the trip is short enough, I'll do everything I can to get it in, get it as carry-on, because it's just like I want to have my stuff with me. The delay of like hanging around waiting for your bag. You can arrive at the airport later and you can leave the airport at the other end quicker. Yeah. And when you're flying like 100 and whatever times a year, that's like cumulative like days of your life. So
I do see the benefit to it, but my chaos is it's unmanageable for
I've
me.
also never heard the word edit for like deciding what to have. Is that like a good?
You haven't spent enough time at SheerLuxe.
Because that's what I'm going to start using that word, and I need to be better.
Yeah, this is your travel edit.
I love that. What about prepping for a long haul flight? Do you know what? For somebody who gets quite icky about other people's travel things, I am quite specific. So like, everything has to have 100% battery. Like I flew home with Lou the other day, our fashion director. About 10 minutes into flight, she was like, "Oh, have you got a charge on my iPad instead?" No. Why didn't you charge your iPad? Like, I just don't understand. That blows my mind. I'm like, everything's downloaded. I've like downloaded more than I could ever possibly watch. Everything's charged. Everything's accessible. So like, that's my like pre-flight necessities. What about you guys?
I do need to be more like you.
Yeah. Well, I just get very stressed if I'm not. No, that's not you.
I'm on 100% everything, but I then forget about the downloads until about 20 minutes before, and I'm like, quick download.
Charlotte, I'm just like you. Everything is deeply prepared to the point that like my bags are set up in a way that like the important accessible things. For example, if I know I'm going to have to take liquids out my bag, it's already separated. It's in the plastic bag and it's at the top of my bag or the front pocket, so that can just be thrown. You know, this is the kind of level I'm operating.
But I have zero tolerance. You're not somebody who...
I'm a Nicky on this.
Okay, good. You're not busy separating your liquids once you're at...
No, because I already have my bag set.
You do.
Public service announcement to people. Right. Just be more thoughtful at the security machines. Like, there's no reason to be doing what 95% of you are doing.
They suddenly realise. Although I have to say, it's getting a lot better now that nearly most airports now you don't have to take things out, which is making life a lot better.
It is
a lot easier. What about snacks? Do you take snacks on a plane?
I've got into fruit on planes.
Ooh,
this is so exciting. There's so much variety: oranges, apples. I try and stay, because again, eating. I'm a foodie, and so when I'm in environments where I don't need to be like eating rubbish, if I supply myself with things like fruit, protein bars, I'll stop eating rubbish. On planes where they have like this little snack basket.
The chocolate balls that they have in the they used to call it Raid the Larder. Do they still call it that?
I actually can't remember, but I actually took a cake for my crew on my last BA flight, which they were beyond obsessed with. They cut it all up and it was great. But they also on the same flight been bought a box of the chocolates that they have on board anyway. So they were like,
they have one chocolate on board, like just buy them anything else. Do you know the crew personally when you get on planes? Like, you must sometimes.
Crew know me a lot because I do this cabin crew hacks series, and lots of crew watch it. It gets sent around. It's a really fun series. It keeps me entertained when I'm on planes. It happens a lot. They come up to me. They're like, "Oh, got a hack. I've got a hack for you. Come see me later."
Wait, what's the best hack you've ever been given by cabin crew?
Cucumber, taking a cucumber on every flight, a full big fat cucumber, eating it on the flight because it's good for like hydration and the skin. You know, it's like water in a stick, basically.
That's very, very good. Let's go back to destinations. I mean, we talked about this year, but just in general, kind of across your travel lives, where is somewhere that you've fallen in love with that you didn't expect that you would?
I went to the Dominican Republic last summer, and I really had no expectation. I didn't really know that much about the country, and I absolutely loved it. So we were staying up near Punta Cana, which was amazing because you kind of have this like rainforest on one side, the Atlantic on the other side, and then we drove down to Santo Domingo, and it's such a vibe. It looks quite Spanish and like Madrid vibes, but yeah, everybody is just there for a good time. Like, there's just like dancing in the street, and it's a really uplifting, great, fun, energetic place, and I would love to go back. It was so enjoyable.
Where did you stay? Anywhere you recommend?
We stayed at an Aman hotel. Amanera.
So I suspect you would
recommend.
Yeah.
I'm very every hotel you mention, I'm like, I want to go there.
We'll go on holiday. Nicky can pack for me, and then we'll sort the hotel.
You're a dream team, actually. Yeah. Nicky, what about you?
This is a bit of like a sweeping, enormous area, but when I was 20, I just packed a bag and went to India by myself. I didn't know what to expect. I think going as like I really, as like a young person, was throwing myself in at the deep end with that kind of travel. I was beyond obsessed, and over the years have gone back and back and back again and spent weeks there at a time all over the whole country. Particularly love the north. There's a place called Varanasi that was like mind-blowing, amazing.
Why? What about it?
It's microcosm of India. You see everything there, and you see life right in front of you. People go there to die and are born there, and there's cows walking on the street, and there's people washing themselves in the Ganges next to ashes of dead bodies being thrown in next to them, and it was kind of a life-changing experience going there, and has drawn me back to India again and again. It's amazing there.
I mean, you mentioned solo travel. That's quite a bold solo travel first destination. Where do you recommend people go if they're traveling somewhere by themselves?
Honestly, India. Like, I really think like it's a place where you can see and experience so much. You don't need to be with people to feel part of what's going on. Even just being there and walking down the street is part of the experience. So I think it's an amazing place. There's always something to see and look at and feel. So I think it's a great one, actually.
You're never just like alone in your silence. You have to be alone with your thoughts, which I think is key to traveling alone. Billie, what about you?
I didn't solo travel to Bali, but I do think that would be a great place if you wanted to solo travel because it's so friendly. There's so many people there kind of doing a similar thing on a similar journey. That's a very cliched thing to say, but I do think it is a place that would naturally create connections. And so I think you could easily bounce from place to place around the island and have a great time and meet people and also have alone time and do your yoga and whatever, have a relax. But also if you wanted to meet people and do things, it would be very, very, very easy to do that there.
What about the place that you go back to the most often? Where are you going more frequently than anywhere else?
Oh, probably Ibiza, just because I love it. I just love it there. I love Ibiza, but I love Formentera. And we're very fortunate that friends have got like places that we can stay there, and it's amazing. But it's just so calming and so chill. And I do really feel like, I know that there's lots of woo-woo things about Ibiza, and there's lots of like feminine energy and divine energy. And, you know, Esfedra is like this beacon of womanhood. But I buy into it entirely. I'm like, moon, attach me here, you know, sort this chakra out. And I don't know, I just feel like it's quite like recharging. For
me, it's New York. It's really work that takes me back there very regularly. I'm probably going every 6 weeks at the moment. Yeah. And it is just such a great place. And there's so much to it, so much to explore. I really love this feeling now of not needing to do anything because I know I'm going to go again and I'm going to go again. So I'm able to just float around. I try and stay in different areas in the city. And it is just, whether you've been 50 times or once, it's always a magical place.
I so agree.
Well, I changed my answer. I want to go back to New York.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think mine is New York as well. And I'm just like, to be able to go with work, not to move there, but to be able to go every, like once a quarter plus is the ideal scenario. Yeah. Where do you recommend somewhere you're loving at the moment in New York?
Well, I actually just stayed on the Lower East Side, which I don't normally do. And it's not so close to the office. But there was something this time about being there that was like just super fun. It's one of like the most buzzy places. There's always people on the street. Every next restaurant is unbelievable. I mean, New York is a bit like that anyway. I just love being on the Lower East Side. Bit grittier.
Yeah. All the reasons I don't like the Lower East Side, but sure, if that works for you.
It's just, it wouldn't be my norm. And I was really vibing it just a couple of weeks ago.
Billie and I were both there for Fashion Week. Actually, no, you were there for the tennis and I was there for Fashion Week a couple of, must have been about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was,
now. I stayed on the Lower East Side. And when I say there was like a rave outside my bedroom every single night on the street, like, it was like, I like my sleep. I need my silence. So not for me, but the rest of the city, fair game.
I love it.
Can we talk a little bit about as well certain statuses and how you can use your points? Because correct me if I'm wrong, if you hit gold status on BA, you can use double Avios to unlock any seat.
30 days ahead.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So like, let's say now you were gold status. Now today you need a flight to New York in 5 weeks' time. If there's no Avios availability, you can just unlock it with double Avios.
And that's even better in Europe, where the Avios cost is much lower. So when you're doubling it, it's not even much of an impact. And that's really where you can save huge amounts of money. That's one of the reasons I love my gold status.
What about the companion voucher? Have you ever taken somebody somewhere special?
When I went to Cape Town in January, that was a trip that I used my companion voucher. My best friend, Sam Salter, and we flew first class return, and it was mega.
Sorry, something else that's just reminded you said that. You went somewhere on that trip that I have been, which is super random, which is Benguela Island, which we were talking about yesterday, in Mozambique.
Yes.
Which is like one of the most special places in the whole world.
Yes.
Insane.
Have you been there? Kasawa.
I haven't, no.
One place.
You win.
That, I would say that is the best hotel I've ever been to in my life.
So I stayed at the Ambion property. I think you stayed on the other one. Is that right?
Kasawa, it's called. Yeah. It was absolutely beyond magical.
It's insane. You've got to get yourself there.
Adding it to my list.
There you go. BA direct to...
I'd fly to Johannesburg.
That's what I did.
It's the only way, BA to Joburg,
Yeah.
and then to Mozambique and on.
Yeah. Okay, finally, I want to know what's on the list. Where haven't you been that you really want to go?
Do you know, really major country that I've never been, and people are surprised, is Brazil.
Okay.
I did actually go for one day once, but like Brazil is a place I've like, that's really high up there for me. And I don't know, I'd literally go anywhere. I find joy and excitement in everywhere, really.
You talking about Brazil has just reminded me, make sure when you're looking for your Avios flights, top tip, to be looking at multiple destinations within a country, because we flew into Sao Paulo and then continued our journey. Basically, when you're looking into traveling to a country, look at the different routes that are available within that country, because there might be Avios availability to different destinations.
I'm going to double your hack if you want.
Tell me.
Did you know when you use a companion voucher, you can book what they call an open jaw ticket? So you can actually book your flight to one destination and out of another. So for example, you could book your Avios flight with a companion voucher and go to Cape Town and out of Johannesburg, and then have your trip that be the bit in the middle.
I suspect my husband knew that, because we did that, but we came home from somewhere else, but I didn't. So thank you so much. And people at home, maybe you didn't either. Billie, where do you still want to go? Where's on the list?
I haven't done any traveling around South America, so I am really, really, really keen to do a stint there. But I do feel like I've got some quite big travel plans in the next 6 months, so I probably should just chill out for a bit. But the end of next year.
You need to come home, start spending, recoup your
exactly,
and then off you go again.
I'm actually just going to steal Nicky for an hour after this and be like, hey, please help me book my flight.
Top tip. Yeah, you think you're escaping, you're not. We're going to pick your brains for quite a lot longer. Thank you both so much. I've learned a lot. There's a little holiday in the things you buy. Search BA Amex to learn more about the British Airways American Express Premium Plus card. Representative 136.4% APR variable. Your rate may vary depending on your circumstances. Annual fee applies. Terms apply. 18 plus, subject to approval. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.